Spider-Man tech may be just around the corner. Scientists have made leaps and bounds in the science moving towards making artificial spider silk a reality. Cambridge University developed something called artificial spider silk. It is stronger than steel and it's made of 98% water. So this particular scientist or engineer that was in charge of this particular project is named Darshil Shah. He's an engineer at Cambridge University, and he told Smithsonian Magazine, spiders are interesting models because they are able to produce these superb silk fibers at room temperature using water as a solvent. This process, spiders have evolved over hundreds of millions of years, but we have been unable to copy it. The lab made fibers through a substance called hydrogel. It is 98% water and 2% silica and cellulose. Cellulose is most commonly seen in old types of film and paper. Now get ready for this weird word, cucurbiturils. Strange word and kind of funny to say. They work as molecular handcuffs to hold the silica and cellulose together. The water from the hydrogel evaporates after approximately 30 seconds, leaving only the silica and cellulose fibers, leaving it as this strong and stretchy thread. While the threads are not quite spider silk, they are still extremely strong. Is Spider-Man tech around the corner? Maybe. If they're able to take this process and produce it to scale, it could be used for all kinds of different applications. And since they are biocompatible, we can use it in the human body as well. How freaking amazing is that? So that has been the science of spider silk. Check me out on youtube.com/Scientist Mel and scientistmel.com for all of your sciencey needs. Bye.
What happens when a masked producer and a headphone-wearing comic book artist get together to talk music shit, comic book shit, and political shit on the internet? Monty. Hannibal the Beat Animal. Hannibal and Monty shit show. Holy shit, my name gets to be in the title this time. Hannibal and Monty shit show.
Why is my name second? What kind of shit is this?
Hannibal and Monty shit show. Let's talk some shit.
Get your shit together. Get it all together and put it in a backpack. All your shit, so it's together. And if you gotta take it somewhere, you know? Take it to the shit store and sell it. Or put it in a shit museum. I don't care what you do. You just gotta get it together. Get your shit together.
What happens when a masked producer and a headphone-wearing comic book artist get together to talk music shit, comic book shit, and political shit on the internet? Monty. Hannibal the Beat Animal. Hannibal and Monty shit show. Holy shit, my name gets to be in the title this time. Hannibal and Monty shit show.
Why is my name second? What kind of shit is this?
Hannibal and Monty shit show. Let's talk some shit.
Get your shit together. Get it all together and put it in a backpack. All your shit, so it's together. And if you gotta take it somewhere, you know? Take it to the shit store and sell it. Or put it in a shit museum. I don't care what you do. You just gotta get it together. Get your shit together. 1. And I am Monty. There we go. There we go. That's how you do a shit show. Yes, that's a shit show right there. So, yes. So, before we get this shit show started, I got a few things I need to say. First off, at the beginning, that was Scientist Mel. If you're not following Scientist Mel already, follow her. She's awesome. And to follow Scientist Mel, look in the description or just type whatever /Scientist Mel. She's on it. Like, I've tried it on everything. Like, I've gone to random sites and gone, like, Forks for Bears /Scientist Mel. She's got an account. I don't know how she knew about that site, but she found it. And also, if you want to support the stream, you can donate on Streamlabs, which is also in the description. Follow the stream. Follow the link is streamlabs.com/Hannibal and Monty show. Also, you can call our voicemail 626-686-7448. We'll play you on air if you send a voicemail during the show. Facebook.com/Hannibal and Monty. Instagram, Hannibal and Monty. So, all that out of the way, let's talk some shit. What's up, Hannibal? All right. Do we have Hannibal? I don't know. He's still there because the camera didn't fuck up. So we'll wait. No. You wait there. Wait there. We'll get to you soon. We'll get to you. Your time is coming. Oh, this is how you do a shit show, people. There we go. LA Anime says still no Hannibal. I know why. Can they hear me? All right, maybe that is the problem. All right. One episode at a time. Hang on. Here we go. Audio output capture. Hang on. You're listening to me solve problems. So while we solve problems, I'll talk to you, and I'll say cool things like, check out what I'm doing. I'm fixing stuff. Yes, I'm fixing stuff while you listen. Audio stuff. I'm trying to figure out what to name this thing that I'm creating so that you can hear the smooth sounds of DJ Hannibal. Only on 106.3. This should bring us the smooth sounds of Hannibal the Beat Animal. Are we? Done. All right, say something, Hannibal. They should hear you now. Boom. We just keep it rolling. Like yes. Oh, that's fucking great. Yes. That's awesome. All right. I hope they can hear you. Wait. Nothing? Say something. And I'm not talking over you, because if they can't hear you, I'm not talking over you. So keep talking. No, do not do anything on your end. It's because you sound clear here, so your audio is coming to me, and that's what's key. I'm getting your audio and I'm broadcasting, so what the fuck? Why? Why? All right. Let's see. Settings. Properties. Did you... Fuck. That's true. That's true. Yes. Oh my God. What happened? Yes. Keep talking. Dr. Pepper rocks. Who's talking about Dr. Pepper rocks? Yes, keep doing that. And I gotta get your audio first.
We'll figure out all the other things.
Let me know if they can hear you now, because maybe that's what I did wrong. And also, Garrett, do nothing with your settings. Let me know. Somebody, whoever had the audio playing in the background, keep it playing in the background so I can hear that.
Yeah, that's me. I got the audio playing in the background.
Keep that playing.
Can you hear me?
Oh, I can hear you. We can hear each other fine.
You can hear me now.
They can hear you now?
I can hear me now, Monty. I don't know what you did.
All right. Well, you lovely people, this is what you get, because that was a shitty way to start the show. You get the intro again while I fix this Garrett Hannibal situation. By the time it's fixed, we're going to redo this as if we did not royally, scratch that. We're going to fix this as if I did not royally fuck this shit up.
We're gonna get it though.
Yes, here we go. Oh, wait. See? And
wait,
I'm not even prepared.
It says I hear it now.
Yeah,
It
Garrett.
says, yep, I can
Garrett,
hear
you're
all
good. You're good. You're good.
No, the chat says, yep, I can hear all
All
of
right.
you.
All right. Well, here we go. We're about to reset this shit.
Okay, reset. I'm ready for it.
What happens when a masked producer and a headphone-wearing comic book artist gets together to talk music shit, comic book shit, and political shit on the internet? Monty. Hannibal the Beat Animal. Hannibal and Monty shit show! Holy shit! My name gets to be in the title this time. Hannibal and Monty shit show.
Why is my name second? What kind of shit is this?
Hannibal and Monty shit show. Let's talk some shit.
Get your shit together. Get it all together and put it in a backpack. All your your shit so it's together. And if you gotta take it somewhere, you know? Take it to the shit store and sell it. Or put it in a shit museum. I don't care what you do. You just gotta get it together. Get your shit together.
Here we go. Now.
Now?
Yes, right now.
Now. Okay. Welcome to Hannibal and Monty Shit Show. I am Hannibal, the beat animal.
And I am Monty. I'm sorry. I'm fixing all this shit.
It's all right. It wouldn't be a shit show without it. And today is episode 4. Maybe an episode about...
With great power comes great responsibility.
Yes, there we go.
Nice. There we go. Oh, that's right. Live action animation is absolutely right. Long, suspenseful pause.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes. That's how we do it.
Yeah.
And you know, just for the sake of editing, I'm gonna run through all this shit again. This is our stream. That was Scientist Mel at the beginning, which when I edit it, she'll still be at the beginning. And I'm leaving that in so people wonder what the fuck they missed when this shit was live. You missed the shit show. But follow Scientist Mel on everything Scientist Mel. You can find her everywhere. Everything/Scientist Mel. And if you're not sure where everywhere is, look in the description below. Also, donate to the stream, streamlabs.com/Hannibal and Monty Show. Your donation will appear on the screen as well as your chats. Have fun. Let's talk some shit about it. Also, call our voicemail, 262-686-7448. Add us on Facebook, facebook.com/Hannibal and Monty. Instagram, Hannibal and Monty. With all that said, let's talk some shit.
Yes.
So
I've been talking shit since day one. So.
You have. We'll get to you, ghost voice in the background. You just sit back and wait.
The ghost voice, give us 1 second and we'll be with you.
Yes.
Yeah. Monty, what's been going on other than, setting the show up?
Oh, setting the show up. And, I did, before we go into anything else, I spent the last 3 days that I've been trying to work on my incredibly awesome comic that I'll tell you all about soon.
Yes.
Instead of working on that, trying to fix this show shit, and
I've been looking at pictures of Spider-Man.
an hour before, I thought I had everything set up. Then we go to stream, and then all this shit happens. That's been my life. So, next week, not my life. Next week, I'm drawing comics. So it might be an even shittier shit show. If this is your first time listening,
it's going to be even better show. Because you know what they say: with great shit show comes great responsibility. I'm going to wear that trope out before the day is over with.
Oh, bring it all on.
Yeah.
That being said, should we mention what we're talking about?
Yeah. Why don't you? Today's shit show is about Spider-Man, the Spider-Man movies, all things Spider-Man, the Spideyverse. And do we introduce our guest?
Not yet. I wanna let people know what we're talking about. So this show, we're talking about Spider-Man, and just to let people know what a big deal Spider-Man is, because we've all seen all the Spider-Man movies, but Spider-Man started August of 1962. Marvel Comics released the first appearance of Spider-Man, which is Amazing Fantasy 15. It was a one-shot comic that was an experimental book. They just wanted to see how it would work. Didn't go over very well, went where it went. But from that moment, it inspired more comics than I had time to count because I sat and researched all this shit. 34 video games from the 1982 Spider-Man game on the Atari 2600 to the current Spider-Man game on PS4, Xbox, everything. More toys than I can count. It's only on PS4. There we go. Thank you, voice. And from from 2002 till now, 6 movies with 2 to come, including Into the Spider-Verse and Spider-Man Far From Home. That's what we're dealing with right now.
Yeah.
Spider-Man. But we're only going to deal with that last little bit, 6 movies. We can't talk everything Spider-Man. But with that being said, we should introduce our guest, which I'm not prepared for. So the boxes are going to be fucked up. Oh, they're not. Look at that. Here we go. Here's the mystery voice that you've been hearing. Why don't you introduce yourself, son of the mongoose? Oh yeah, I'm sorry. I'm bad with that. I'm so sorry. I'll do better next time.
Language.
How do you spell that? How do you spell that?
And for gosh sake, watch your language.
All right. All right, that'll work. So that's what I was kind of going for. But I don't know if you can hear the sound bites that everybody else is hearing. But yeah, you guys can't hear it, but I'm sure the listening audience can.
Language.
But yeah, I've got that.
And for gosh sake, watch your language.
Those are 2 new sound bites queued up just for you, son of the mongoose. You can't hear them? Oh, that's going to make it even better. You won't know when they pop up. You're going to have to listen back. Yes, you're going to have to listen back. They're queued up. But anyway, why don't you tell... I'm sorry, I'm done fucking with you for now. It's coming back. Why don't you tell the shitheads out there listening? That's what I'm calling you guys. Yes. I don't know. Look, put a 1 if you're okay with being called a shithead, or type, if you're not okay with it, type Abkadafji Jakovarnakris Tuvrixes. That way we know you're not okay with it. Yes. So let us know about yourself, son of the mongoose. All right. All right. Continue. Yes. And what makes you what is it that makes you such a big fan of Spider-Man? We don't have any volume on Garrett. Oh. Look at that. What are we going to do about that? Well, what's up with that? Maybe that'll fix it. I don't know why. It's the same thing that you're coming through. Say something, Hannibal. Can they hear you? All right, Garrett, get closer to your mic. There we go. Whoa, shit. Well, damn it. Why? Why me? Why me? Let's see. I'm working on it. All right, let's see. Whoever has that on, keep it going. What's up, Emily? You've tuned in for a total shit show. And I take full responsibility for this because I changed my mic because my audio was bad. Now I fucked up everybody else's audio. Oh, I got this. Yes, let me know if you pop up in the feed. So, what's up, E Green? Good to see you. Emily, what do you think about Spider-Man while I fix this problem? Because they can't hear me. You know, it's... Yeah, so... And they're talking back to me. You guys are missing some gold. This is a great show. Yes. Yeah, wait, the what word? Hang on. Language. Come on. No, they didn't hear it. Yeah, they only hear me. It's a one-sided conversation. Oh, this would be. I wish it was. I really wish it was. All right. I'm going to try this. Let's see. Did you? Garrett says he had that game too. This is so amazing. Like, I really do feel like you guys somehow set me up and got in here, but... It's a Halloween miracle. Audio output capture one of these. Oh, wait. Maximum Carnage was amazing. Yes. All right. They can probably hear you now. Hannibal, say something. They can't hear you. They'll hear you after I do this, though. Oh yeah, they're gonna hear you now once I click this button. That's gonna bring you right over. And
there you go. They're gonna hear this. They're gonna hear me after this button gets clicked.
After the Hannibal say something. So we might as well just start rolling. So, Son of the Mongoose, why don't you introduce yourself again?
Reintroduce yourself.
Hello, I'm the Son of the Mongoose, also known as the Valagon. I'm a cartoon creator. I'm working on small comic stuff, and I like
Language
in the film industry.
They're gonna hear this. They're gonna hear.
All right.
After the Hannibal.
And for gosh sake, watch your language.
It's all right. So we got me on.
There we go. We're in. So why don't we roll into this shit show since we wasted the beginning of it by not having our shit together.
Yeah.
Or by me not having my shit together. I can't put this on anybody but me. It's all my fault.
How do you put the shit on the show if there's no shit together?
That's true.
Yeah,
That's true.
Those languages are hilarious, especially because you can't hear them when they happen.
Yes.
So it makes it pretty awesome. So hey Emily, hey Scientist Mel, live action E Green. Glad everybody's, I'm glad all our dozens and dozens of fans have stayed tuned in.
Yes.
To watch us right now. In addition to M. Night Shyamalan and the Vatican Church, who always actively watch our streams.
Yes, they're always our first thumbs down of every stream.
Yeah.
Did you know M. Night Shyamalan actually made Spider-Man 3?
Oh, we'll get there. We'll get there.
Sam Raimi, fucking mask off. And
I think with that we should. Or no, we shouldn't, because I'm not ready. Look at me jumping the fucking gun. Continue. Ignore me. I got excited.
Yeah. Look, I've always been a huge Spider-Man fan. Spider-Man was my favorite comic growing up. And then when I was young, they used to have like 4 different Spider-Man comics. So there was the Amazing Spider-Man, there was the Spectacular Spider-Man, there was one that was just called Spider-Man, and then there was the Friendly Neighborhood Webslinger. And then you would have to buy all 4 of these comics on a regular basis, and they all had their own storylines, but at the same time, every now and then, the 4 storylines from the same character would overlap. Yes. So, like, when they did the Revenge of the Sinister Six, it was like, oh, yeah, so episode 1, you got to read issue 1, issue 256 of this one, and then issue 17 of that one, and it was a lot. It was just a lot of ways for Marvel to take my money. So, even before the Disney and the MCU decided to, take my money, Marvel Comics was already taking my money. So,
yes.
Thanks, Stan Lee.
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure I bought him like a new kidney. I put one of his kids in college. I've lined his pockets very well.
Oh yeah, there's, like I said earlier, there was more Spider-Man movies or comics to count for me. Like I couldn't keep up with them all. There were just too many.
I have a dresser drawer just full of Spider-Man comics.
Yeah, but I bet you don't have them all, do you?
Spider-Man comics are not fucking Pokemon, let me tell you that.
That's how many there are.
If there's somebody out there who has every Spider-Man comic, I would like to shake your hand. Well,
they're in the chat.
I would fist bump you, not shake your hand, because your hand is clearly cum covered because you have no girlfriend or life. But I would definitely fist bump that guy for having all those comics, because
yes,
that's pretty amazing.
No, I'd
Spider-Man did a little.
Whoa.
Yeah, my headphones just died.
Wow, you became suddenly godlike.
Yeah.
That's all right. That's all right. You sound good. Okay. You sound good.
Excellent.
Keep it going. Your audio is actually better, right, chat? Hannibal, what do you think?
Yeah.
Good?
Hold on, let me see. I'm checking it.
All right. And I'm going to apologize to the chat. I'm not going to do...
Yeah, my headphones just died.
Oh, yeah, you're good.
Yeah, man, you sound much better like that now.
Yeah.
Son of the mongoose.
Yes. So...
I like that, because I always call your dad the mongoose. So now I'm just gonna call you son of the mongoose. Even now, when I talk to him, I'll be like, "What's going on, the mongoose?" Like the article is a part of the name.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes. And
dude, I cannot fix my fucking hair to save my life. I'm just gonna. This is a shit show.
It's all right. You
know,
we're good.
It's all good. It's still luxurious and stuff. Like, I can't, if I don't put like half a cup of coconut oil in my hair, this shit is just insane. Like, this shit is just like underneath the mask is like a wild man. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
It's all muscle and bone under the mask.
I've never tried grinding up muscle and bone and putting that in my hair. I might have to try that out and see how that works.
That's a good idea. It's a good idea.
That fucking, you get that vitamin C.
Yeah.
Or one of them.
You get that vitamin people, right?
The vitamin people.
Right.
It's fucking...
All right. Well, We should probably. I'm having trouble getting the voicemail to work. We have a new Wrestling Minute from El Damon, but it may end up waiting till next week because fixing all the audio issues threw me all the way the fuck off my game. So,
it's all right.
That's how it goes. But we'll figure it out. I got important shit coming up. But let's. Why don't we, since the audio is out, the son of the mongoose.
What's up?
Tell us again what makes you such a big Spider-Man fan.
I relate to Peter Parker. I think he's, the perfect embodiment of like what would a child who gets superpowers do? He gets bullied and we've all been there, that whole shebang.
Yes.
But I really like the Peter Parker aspect, and then just that he's a superhero is fucking cool too. And he can weigh like bench press like 230 billion pounds or some shit.
Yeah, he's strong as shit.
Does anything ever tell you just how much Spider-Man can lift? Because
I looked it up.
Do you know it?
And yeah, it's 230 billion pounds.
It's not 230.
Bullshit. Yeah, that's bullshit.
I'll be right back.
I call Balderdash on it.
Yeah. Wait, you call what?
Balderdash.
Balderdash.
Language.
How strong is Spider-Man?
For gosh sake, watch your language.
How much can Spider-Man bench?
Yeah,
this says he can lift up to 40 plus tons.
All right.
I mean, that's pretty fucking strong.
That is. I want to see a number that reflects him, having trouble when, like that moment in that one, or the moment where he gets trapped under all the stuff in Homecoming, and he's like, "Come on, Spider-Man! Come on, Spider-Man!" You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Because that number that Dolomite said, son of the mongoose.
Dolomite, right.
I'm trying to remember the name you said.
Yo, Noid.
I might call you Dolomite for the rest of it. What do you think, Hannibal? Does Dolomite work?
I don't like Dolomite.
There's Dolomite, Marmite.
All right. Wait, what? You broke up, Hannibal.
I didn't say anything.
All right. We were losing you.
Yeah. Okay, hold on. Let's see. All right, Steve, I'm still.
Yo, Noid.
No, you're still coming through. You sound good.
Okay. All right, good deal.
Yeah.
Well, so you ready to what do you want to do first? You want to do What's Eating Hannibal? You want to do Monty's Important Shit?
I figure we'll or actually, you know what? We might be able to do What's Eating Hannibal and then roll into Important Shit. That will make my life so much easier. Let's see.
All right, let's do
how,
it too.
Oh shit, that shit looks good. Here we go. Here comes What's Eating Hannibal.
Gotcha.
You'll hear it. You will.
Women drivers, people who talk during the movie, customers who cannot make up their mind while ordering food.
They shit on LA, they shit on Chicago, they shit on Miami, they shit on New Jersey.
New Yorkers, Atlanta Falcon fans, possibly people from Alaska.
They hate Canadians, they hate the South, they hate the rain, they hate the snow, they hate murder, they hate crime, they hate fucking everything. They hate the Knicks when they're winning, they hate the Knicks when they're losing.
Indecisive morons, blithering idiots, humans. These people have formed a burning question. What is grinding Hannibal's gears?
So, what is Eating Hannibal? Yeah. 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 Oh, I'm not ready with my language clip. Damn it. Wait. Back it up. No Hannibal audio. Hang on. It's coming. That means you lovely people get to hear What's Eating Hannibal again. And I was saying I wasn't going to be able to do these transitions, and I just remembered why I couldn't, because I have to add their audio every time. So, audio output capture, and I hit add source. You guys are hearing what's behind the scenes and under the image, or under the engine. You guys get to hear the What's Eating Hannibal music again. And then I'm going to make sure Hannibal say something. All right. Now they're about to hear you. After your intro plays, let me turn it up. After your intro plays, roll into that shit again. Roll that beautiful fucking beam footage. What's behind the scenes? Under the engine. You guys get to hear the What's Eating Hannibal music again. Oh. Hang on.
Okay.
Hannibal audio. Why is this shit not playing? Hang on.
While the shit is almost played, I have to do these back.
Go for it. Do your thing. All right, here we go. Now I'm gonna fix it.
Okay.
I'm gonna wreck it. Hannibal, say something.
Testing. 1, 2. Nipples. Does anybody hear me? Nipples.
Say that again.
Nipples.
All right, you're good. All right, here it comes.
Good now?
Women drivers, people who talk during the movie, customers who cannot make up their mind while ordering food.
They shit on LA, they shit on Chicago, they shit on Miami, they shit on New Jersey.
New Yorkers, Atlanta Falcon fans, possibly people from Alaska.
They hate Canadians, they hate the South, they hate the rain, they hate the snow, they hate murder, they hate crime, they hate fucking everything. They hate the Knicks when they're winning, they hate the Knicks when they're losing.
Indecisive morons, blithering idiots, humans. These people have formed a burning question. What is grinding Hannibal's gears?
There we go. Let's try this shit again.
There we go. All right. Hopefully this time everybody can hear me. Make sure if you guys can hear me, leave some thumbs up in the comment section.
Yes.
And I'm going to go ahead and start talking. So, I had planned on doing my What's Eating Hannibal about trying to make sure everything is good while it does this. All right. Okay, hold on. Let me see. Make sure I'm good. There we go. We're good to go. All right. So.
All right. There we go.
My plan initially was to talk about people that go online and purposefully leave shitty comments and reviews on certain franchises, specifically about Venom. Because like before the movie came out, there were a bunch of DC fans that were going online and like giving Venom shitty reviews, so that way people would be less likely to go see the movie. That's a dick move on a bunch of levels, especially first off, DC fans. Like, why do y'all exist? Let's start there. Like, y'all are supporting the inferior franchise right now. All right, not saying they're the inferior comic. Just saying right now it's the inferior franchise. Like y'all, the DC universe is trash compared to the Marvel universe. Warner Brothers, you got to do better. You know what I'm saying? But that's a whole other conversation. So the other night I had to change up my What's Eating Hannibal because this thing that happened yesterday was so fantastic. I had to share it. It wasn't even fantastic so much. It was just really just annoying. So I'm out Lyft driving, ride shit driving in the mean streets of hot Atlanta. And while I'm out driving, I pick up this girl. She gets in the car, and she's a big Nicki Minaj fan, right?
What do they call them? They call them Barbs?
Yeah, that's what they call them, Barbs.
Yeah.
Short for Barbies, right?
Yes.
For people who, give a shit about that, right? So she gets in the car, and there's a Nicki Minaj song playing, and she tells me that she's a big Nicki Minaj fan. So I asked her, like recently, Cardi B got on Instagram and started just talking a whole lot of shit about Nicki Minaj. I guess in response to something that Nicki Minaj had said on her radio show. Nicki Minaj has a radio show. Everybody's trying to bite our swag, man. I don't know how I feel about that.
It's Monty and Nicki's little show.
Yeah. So Hannibal and Nicki's little show, Nicki and Monty's show, Nicki and Monty's shit show. That has a nice little ring to it.
Yeah, there we go. Nicki, hit me up. I'll fire Hannibal.
Yeah. So damn, son.
I love you. We'll talk. You're still getting money. You're going to get paid.
They'll be like, wait.
You're going to get paid.
Who's that little white kid?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? She'll like that. She'll add you to the show. That'd be good.
What about Nicki and the son of the mongoose?
Yeah. The son of the mongoose and Nicki.
Let's change the whole fucking Nicki Minaj thing. We'll just be Nicki Mongoose.
How do you know when I can't play audio clips? All right, I need to move those fuckers so I can play them from here. There we go.
Yeah. So,
continue.
Anyway, so this girl gets in the car, and she's a big Nicki Minaj fan, right? So, I got a song, and so I'm asking her about, the most current beef with Nicki Minaj and Cardi B to get her perception on it. And then she ended up doing the thing where she has to share her ride with people that are also going in the same direction. So I ended up getting a hit 5 seconds later to go pick up a girl around the corner. The girl I go to pick up around the corner, gets in the car and hears us talking about Nicki Minaj, Cardi B. And this girl is a big Cardi B fan. And for the next 10 minutes, these bitches decided to argue back and forth about Nicki Minaj versus Cardi B. Now, them arguing isn't what bothers me. I mean, that definitely bothered me a little bit. That's not what really bothered me. Them arguing, and just they were so fiercely defending, the girl that loved Cardi B was fiercely defending Cardi B. The girl that loved Nicki Minaj was fiercely defending Nicki Minaj, and they just went back and forth about this shit for a while. The shit that annoyed me about it, though, was how readily they were throwing facts at each other that weren't facts. They were just throwing information at each other. Oh, yeah? Well,
sounds
Cardi
like talking politics.
Oh, yeah? Well, Nicki did blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, none of that shit y'all saying is true. None of these numbers y'all are throwing out none of this shit matter. They were just throwing out information that was just completely just inaccurate.
Where are you getting this from? Where are you finding this?
Yeah, I say, I need to know where you guys are getting your information.
Well, look,
Show me the
Nicki's got 3 midgets that live in her left butt cheek that will fuck Cardi B up.
Right. Because the Cardi B fan was well, because the Nicki Minaj fan was well, they should have just had a fight and just get it over with. And then the Cardi B fan is well, Nicki Minaj don't want no smoke, blah, 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 because Cardi tried to fight her at Fashion Week. And then the Nicki Minaj fan said, and then at one point, one of the girls said, well, at least, I think the Cardi B girl was well, Nicki Minaj has all this plastic surgery, so she don't want to get in a fight because something's liable to pop and leak, right? And I'm thinking to myself, didn't Cardi B have a bunch of work done too? There's a bunch of silicone and plastic and saline and shit in there too. And it wasn't just that. They were talking about Cardi B's album sold this many copies. Well, Nicki's album sold this many copies. Bitch, Nicki ain't relevant. Don't nobody care about her. And I'm so you can Google all this shit, right? And I tried to interject with facts. I was because when the Cardi B girl was well, Nicki Minaj is irrelevant. Nobody's listening to her music no more. I'm well, actually, she's got about 5 or 6 songs right now on the Billboard Hot 100. She's got a new song out with Young Thug. She's got a new song out. There's a Post Malone song out there. And, of course, she's got the Tekashi 6ix9ine Fifi song, which I think is one of the top 10 songs in the country right now.
Is it really?
And I'm this is all, verifiable, Googleable information. You know what I'm saying? And I am amazed at the amount of barbershop style arguments that take place in 2018 when your cell phone is a fucking computer with like access to damn near all the world's information. You mean to tell me I can use my phone to make a pipe bomb, you know what I'm saying? But you can't figure out how many units Cardi B sold first week? I'm out of here. That shit don't make no sense. I'm like, look, and I say it all the time. Like, it's 2018. Your phone has access to all the world's information. At this point, you people are being voluntarily stupid.
Yeah.
All right? Stop it.
Yeah.
And that's what's eating Hannibal this week. Like, stop it. Don't be stupid. Everything, like the last time I was at the barbershop, they were having an argument about, it was something dumb, like what college football coach had won the most national championships. And one person was saying this, one person was saying that. And while they're arguing, I'm like, bro, I just Googled it. The answer is this person.
Wow.
It's just like you guys just want to fight. And then you guys are fighting and both wrong. You know what I'm saying? It's like, look, like I said, it's 2018. Your phone is a computer. Just use it to find the information that you need. That's what's eating Hannibal. Stop being a voluntary dummy.
And I will say this, all of that, everything you said I agree with. It sounds like politics today. That being said, vote next week. Get the fuck out and vote. Next week, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Next week. Next Tuesday, you should go out and vote.
Yes.
And I want to say this real quick. You know, just because there's some interesting shit that's going on in Georgia. And I'm not suggesting anybody to vote in any direction. I'm not saying vote left. I'm not saying vote right. I'm not saying vote conservative. I'm not saying vote Republican. I'm just saying you need to go vote, because people often like to think my vote doesn't matter. And my answer to them is, if your vote didn't fucking matter, then why are they going so far to make sure you don't fucking vote? That's
Preach.
It. That's all I got to say. Like they tried to instill this system in Georgia where, in order for you to vote, the signature that you sign on your ballot has to match the signature on your ID.
Yes. Oh, that's bullshit.
That sounds like, some people like, oh, well, voter, some people might think it's voter suppression. Some people might be like, well, we just want to make sure that the right people are voting. Okay, fair enough. So if you wanted to do this, you would imagine they would have a bunch of handwriting experts, right? Wrong. No handwriting experts. These are all people that are just really cool with the current governor, who is also running for re-election, who is also in charge of people voting in Georgia. So you could just voluntarily, subjectively be like, nah, I don't think the signature matches that one. You can't vote.
Yeah. All right. We're not going to go there on this show.
Yeah, look.
That's another show. But
like I said, I'm not telling anybody vote left.
Look,
I'm not telling anybody vote right. I'm just saying go vote. If you're an adult, go vote. If you can drink alcohol, go vote. You can buy a gun, go vote.
Yes, I'm with you. I got thoughts and feelings on that. But this show's
there are about two topics that could make a podcast with me as a guest host end up about 2 hours of me just going and not saying a word. Politics and French.
Look, we had to spread the message to vote. So, but that being said, we're going to touch on that at some point soon. But before we get into Spider-Man, I got some important shit I need to talk about.
Yeah.
So let's get into that shit.
Yeah.
And not saying a word. Politics and French.
Go ahead. Oh, no sound.
Monty is Monty.
No sound.
I will go vote. I will be there to vote.
Hannibal and Monty. Action News. With L. Damon on sports. Keith, the man on the street. Meteorologist Scientist Mel on weather. And Hannibal and Monty. Action News anchors Hannibal and Monty. And now,
There is some important shit. There's only one thing.
Oh,
I
Monty, we can't
downloaded
hear
an
you.
app last night, but you just got to know how fucking crazy this shit
Monty,
is.
we can't hear
There's
you.
an app that's been made to compete with Pokemon Go, and it's called Follow JC Go. Let's see.
Nope, we can't hear you, Monty.
All I heard was shit. I could see it.
That's why you can't hear me. I
Oh,
was
there you go.
like, what happened
Okay,
was,
I think they could hear you out there, but we couldn't hear you in the room.
yeah, they could hear me out there, but it long story, no excuses. Let's roll into this.
Okay.
Important shit this week. I've got 3 little bits of information I want to share with all of you lovely people out in the YouTube verse while I drive the show at the same time. First, PlayStation Classic has announced this lineup of 20 games that come preloaded with the console. I'm not going to run through all 20 games, but I will tell you my favorites on the list and why I'm excited about it.
Okay.
Aside from the fact that it costs $100. Final Fantasy VII, Grand Theft Auto, Metal Gear Solid, Super Puzzle Fighter. Super Puzzle Fighter 2. Sorry, not just Super Puzzle Fighter. Those games I love. My issue is, where the fuck is Brave Fencer Musashi, Parasite Eve, or Wu-Tang Forever? Like, why are those not included?
Those are games.
Yes, those are PlayStation 1 games that were fucking awesome. I don't know if y'all played Wu-Tang Forever, but that was the first game I ever bought on PlayStation.
No, that's crazy. And I heard that Wu-Tang Forever ain't nothing to fuck with. So
Yes, Wu-Tang
just
Forever
like,
was the shit. Not on the PlayStation Classic. But maybe if those games were on, they'd get my $100. Right now, $50. Once it's 50, I'm down.
Okay.
So no.
Go in with somebody. Be like, hey, I'll put up 50.
What?
Because that's all I'm doing.
Like, I go in with you, we put in 50, I get it every Tuesday and Wednesday, you get it Thursday and Friday.
I'll sign like a little like, hey, like you got custody over.
Fuck that. I can't do that. That you're talking the Simpsons Radioactive Man deal. Fuck that.
No. This is what
I tried that.
It's an episode of the Sesame Street now.
I did that years ago with my Nintendo 64, and this guy was like, "Yeah, we'll split it. I get it Monday, Wednesdays, Fridays. He gets it Tuesday, Thursday, Saturdays, and we alternate every Sunday." So he got it on Monday, and then he moved to Alabama.
So what? Did he have to send the shit every time?
No, he just moved to. That was the end of the story. He just moved, and that was
the end.
My
All
Nintendo
right.
64 was just gone.
We evolve as people and can like learn instant transmission. It's over.
Yeah, I just
Nintendo
like
64 is mine.
Fuck that.
It's insane. I've just not. So I just haven't played Mario Kart in like a decade now. So fuck that game.
Well, you got some time coming your way. The second thing is something that was research and development sent me something that I was going to use as a second one, but next week's episode, it's way more appropriate for that, so I'm going to wait. But Hannibal and I were talking over text, so you know what this one's going to be. 50 Cent, after Ashanti sold, 25 tickets to her most recent show?
Yeah.
50 Cent decided to use this opportunity to fuck with Ja Rule some more, as if he hasn't ganged up on Ja Rule enough to beat this motherfucker into submission.
Yeah.
And bought 200 seats to an upcoming concert and posted a photo to Instagram of him sitting in front of those 200 seats. Empty seats. Just so that it would look empty.
Like, that is such a dick move that it's brilliant. I wish I long for the day when I have enough money to be that level of a dick. I could just buy tickets to somebody's show and then nobody's at the show.
Could you imagine Ja Rule walking out on the stage like the hype man's been, like here he is. And then he walks out and he's like, yo, yeah, 50 Cent. Okay.
Well, there's that picture of 50 just sitting in the front row. He's just sitting there, and there's all these empty seats. And I've been researching it today in the small amount of time I had because I wanted to know how real that picture was. The picture may not be from that show. I don't know for sure. I think it's photoshopped. I can't speak to the legitimacy of that picture. But that picture is hilarious because it's him just sitting there like
that is just a like I heard that the tickets were like really cheap, so he bought all of those tickets for something like $4,000. And that I mean that's still more money than I would spend on a prank, but at the same time it's such a great asshole move to do. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like, yeah, I'm gonna buy tickets to your show, so when you go perform, there's no one there.
Yes.
That's pretty.
And look, to quote 50, come on, Jeffrey Atkins, you can do better. Like, come on, troll him back. You went to war with the troll. Be ready to fight the troll.
So what Ja did was he took a picture of 50 Cent and he just photoshopped, like he had somebody photoshop like some makeup, like some lipstick, and like bangs and shit like on his head. It was just like real just old hat. Like, you know, like come on, man. Like you gotta step your troll game up. Like you're beefing with 50 Cent.
Yeah.
You got to be great with this shit.
Yeah. This is like Lord of the Rings style troll with the white handprint all over his face coming to fuck your castle up.
Yeah, this is you shall not pass level trolling right here.
And you threw a rock at him.
Yeah.
So, you know, and moving on. Wait, what do you have to say, son of the mongoose?
It's just like, take this.
Wait, what was that?
All I could feel like Ja Rule would be saying is just like, take this.
Yes, exactly. Yeah. That's all it was.
And for gosh sake,
what I want people on my baby. That's my Ja Rule impression. Yeah.
That's a pretty good Ja Rule impression.
There was an old skit that there was a bit that Dave Chappelle did after 9/11. And he was like saying after the towers came down, you know, like there was all of these news personalities there on TV, you know, talking about what happened. They said, now we're gonna cut over to CNN where Don Lemon is talking to Ja Rule. Let's see what his thoughts on the matter. And he was like, man, we just got attacked by terrorists. I don't give a fuck what Ja Rule thinks. He says nobody's sitting down at their house like, oh Lord, I don't know what to do. Can anybody find out what Ja Rule is thinking right now?
Where's Ja Rule while this is happening? How do we not have Ja Rule right now?
Yeah. I had an ex-girlfriend that was a huge Ja Rule fan. She is an ex-girlfriend.
All right. Is that why she's an ex-girlfriend?
I mean, look, let's put it like this. Like in the list of reasons that ended the relationship, that was like top 5. Okay.
All right. Fair enough.
Like there was nothing wrong with liking Ja Rule, but like she like was a huge Ja Rule fan. Like, it's murder. It's like, shut up. Just stop it.
All right. Well,
what thing to wake up to.
Well, moving forward, the most important bit of important shit. I hope you guys are ready and switch back to your share settings and can hear this because the audience will. Because the last bit of important shit requires audio. So here it goes. This.
It's close to midnight. Something evil's lurking in the dark.
Is still awesome. Yes.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, yeah, it is. You know, I'll be out. Look, I'll be out driving later tonight, and I'll make sure that I just have Thriller on repeat, just like the whole time. So I hope I get somebody that's going like a 40 or 50 mile trip, so I can just leave Thriller on repeat. They're gonna just be like, so you just gonna listen to the shit all night, huh?
You're just gonna leave that there, like play it on repeat.
Yeah.
Yes. But it's appropriate because I heard it at a Halloween party recently, and I was like, you know what, and I just had that realization that this song is still amazing.
Oh yeah. Yeah, Thriller's fantastic. Shout out to Michael Jackson.
Yeah. So, that's my last bit of important shit. And we have one more place to go before we start chopping up what's going on with Spider-Man, which will lead us directly into chopping up Spider-Man.
Okay.
And that is... Oh, and I fucked up because I have... Oh, no, actually, I didn't fuck up. Because I can still just stop this and play the audio. I'm sorry, this is a shit show, people.
It's all right. One show at a time. We're getting better. Every show is getting better.
Yes. And I don't have it queued up. So hang on. You get to watch me queue this shit up. Because this is something that I texted Hannibal about because I wanted to make audio about it.
Mm-hmm.
And, oh, I'm looking in the wrong place. There it is. And I made the audio. And I decided not to let him hear it until we did check this shit out again. And now it's time for me to let Hannibal hear the check this shit out music. So here we go. And then immediately after, and since this is a shit show, fill in gaps while I fix the shit.
I got you. But this episode, we're going to be talking all things Spider-Man. We're going to be breaking down all of the Spider-Man films, all 6 of them. If you didn't realize it, they made 6 movies.
Here we go. I got it. I just got it queued up. All right. Save that. We're going to need that later. In between, check this shit out in the clip. Here we go.
Gotcha.
Here's the brand new intro for Check This Shit Out. Oh, it's not playing.
You got no volume.
No volume. All right, here we go. Here, I'm going to do it again for editing purposes. Here's the brand new intro for Check This Shit Out.
Hannibal and Monty's Shit Show presents.
Check that shit out.
What is that?
I didn't know they made them like that.
I don't even understand what I'm seeing.
Remember that shit I gave you last week, nigga? It's nothing, nigga. It's nothing. It's nothing, nigga. Nigga, it's nothing. This shit right here, nigga. This shit right here, nigga. Right here. This shit, nigga. This shit here, nigga.
Check this shit out.
Name is Crypto Chronicles, like, nigga.
And there you go. So now we roll into let's check this shit out. And this shit right here, nigga.
Oh yeah. This shit right here.
Yeah.
This shit right here. Yeah.
Yeah. This shit right here. Yes. Wait. It's not playing for everybody. I know you guys see it, but it's not. I'm adjusting. So let's just keep talking. Ignore what you see on your phones or devices while we do the show. But this shit right here, nigga, is probably something you've seen before. But I clipped it down to as short as possible because this leads us right into some fucking Spider-Man. And we're not going to talk about it on this show unless it's part of Check This Shit Out. So that everybody listening and watching can see what's going on, here we go.
Marvelous! Change report! Soda Victor!どんとこい鉄十字だ。俺は戦うぞ。命ある限り。
What?
I only have like one question, and it's like, why did they name Spider-Man's mech Leopardon and give it a leopard head?
So you've definitely seen this before.
Yes.
Hannibal, have you seen this shit before?
I've never seen this, and this is the greatest thing I've ever seen in my life. I need this, like this VR Troopers Japanese fucking. I need all that shit. I am the emissary of the demon Spider-Man. What? Huh?
And look,
when he transforms and he goes like he does the like in the suit, it's just like a really poor version of like the Flash's ring. It just like kind of like it looks like somebody from like off camera kind of like threw it to the side, and then it like he's in it.
Yes. And I love that he adjusted he zipped it up, because you never see them zip up.
Yeah, that shit is amazing. That shit is fantastic. Like everything about that shit is wonderful to me. Like I fucking love that. I need that in my life. I need to watch that every day. I need to find a way to turn that into like a ringtone from my phone. So every time somebody calls me, that shit plays. I want people to be confused every time my phone rings. Okay.
Yes, exactly.
But there's gonna be that one person who like understands it, and they're gonna be like, Hannibal, why is your phone saying you're the emissary from hell, Spider-Man?
And also, I'm going to stop you. I want to say thank you to Kirk Morong II, who just subscribed to me.
Kirk Morange.
Morange.
I went to high school with him.
All right, son of the mongoose.
Great guy.
You know
What's
what?
going on, Kirk? I've heard very good things about you just this second.
Yes. Language. How about that?
Yeah. Yeah.
But yes, I'm sorry to interrupt. I just want to acknowledge subscribers when they come live. Thanks for joining us.
Absolutely. And once again, it's always great to have guests on, but it is no guest more special than the guest we have today.
Yes.
The son of the mongoose.
Yes. And that being said, why don't we just roll into it? Gentlemen, let's talk some shit about Spider-Man.
Let's talk some shit about Spider-Man. All right, so I took some notes, and I wanted to float them around, and let's have us a roundtable discussion as we talk about the 6 Spider-Man films.
Yes.
And before we put them in order, from best to worst or worst to best, I guess we'll figure it out as we go. I want to throw out a couple things and then kind of see how you guys feel about it. First things first. Put the Aunt Mays in order from sexiest to least sexy.
All right, wait. Okay, got it.
Is this tough?
Yeah, I got it. I got it right now.
All I have to say is the new one. I don't remember her name. Her like real actress, the actress. I don't know her name.
Marissa Tomei.
Did that shit on purpose. They were just like Marvel was like, hey, let's make Aunt May like 37 and like hot as fuck. And they're like the scene where she's at like the little restaurant with Peter and she goes they deliver like the pudding or whatever. She goes like, I love you. And she like, I was like, I'm sitting in the theater.
Yeah.
Am I supposed to be?
Yeah. And they kept throwing it. Like, not only did they make her hot, but then they made it a point to keep acknowledging that she was hot throughout the movie. With like, Tony Stark.
Tony was like, he's on her the whole time and stuff.
Right. Yes. He's on it. Like, he's just like, he's pretending to like her cooking and shit.
Yeah.
Like,
that was my biggest problem with the new Spider-Man. I was like, Aunt May, because you don't understand, ever since A Different World, Marissa Tomei has been just like one of the hottest things ever to me. So
I don't remember her on A Different World.
She was the roommate. I can't remember the character's name. She was she was the only white girl at that college. Seriously?
Don't remember.
All right, chat, if you're listening, or if you're listening later, educate Hannibal.
You're definitely gonna have to, because I definitely don't remember Miss Marissa Tomei.
Put links below.
Different World.
Yeah, she was on A Different World. Lisa went to college, and Marissa Tomei was her roommate. She was like the super free spirit, and she
was White Freddy.
Yeah, she was White Freddy, basically. Yeah, because I almost said Freddy, but I was like, no, Freddy wasn't Marissa Tomei, but she was White Freddy. She was Freddy before Freddy was Freddy, because Marissa Tomei was first.
What?
Yes.
Okay. I'm all right. We're gonna have to go back to that then and then figure that out. So,
Maggie, that was her name. Thank you, Tish.
Maggie Martin. All right, I'm googling it right now while we're live doing this show. All right, who wants to go first in order of?
I'll go.
Okay,
I'll go in order first. We're going hottest to least hottest.
He's gonna steal our joke.
No, I'm not, because that's yours. Hottest to least, right? So I go first, Marissa Tomei, because she was my biggest problem with the new Spider-Man. So I'm like, I should not find Aunt May attractive, but I do. So her, then Sally Field, then I don't know the lady's name that was the mom.
Bless her heart.
There you go. I won't even try to say that back because I didn't really understand it. But that's my order. So, what about you, son of the mongoose?
Bless her heart.
All right.
Marissa Tomei, Sally Field. You gotta. I get it. Like, I'm red faced even trying to make the joke.
Yeah. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm the same, and that was really a dumbass question, but it was a question really just to get us in the groove of the show. Obviously, Marissa Tomei, is the hot aunt. They did that. Kevin Feige very specifically did that.
Kevin Feige sitting in his office chair, oh boy.
Yeah. He's pre-Weinsteining himself right now. That's what it is.
Pre-Weinsteining himself.
He's rolling into it right now.
Is that a thing now? All right.
I think that's the thing. All right. So, Spider-Man villains, like in the 6 Spider-Man films, Spider-Man has faced a myriad of villains. And I want to ask 2 specific questions. One is, who do you think was the worst Spider-Man villain that they've cast so far? And who's a Spider-Man villain that hasn't been in any of the movies yet that you want to see?
Oh. All right.
And that's including Venom in credits.
All right.
I want to make it difficult.
Oh, that's a tough one. See, now I'm pissed off that I didn't tell you to ask me these questions beforehand. Let's see.
See, that's what I was saying.
I think the question was the worst villain that they've cast.
Yeah, who's the worst villain they've cast so far? So for me, it's, and I felt like I should go last, but since I asked the question, I'll go ahead and give you mine.
Yeah.
It's tough because there's a lot of villains that I didn't enjoy. And it's not a lot of villains, because I could say things about Jamie Foxx as Electro and Paul Giamatti as Rhino, but damn it to hell, Topher Grace's Venom is just doo-doo. Throw that shit in trash. That shit is just like, that shit was just, and I don't blame Topher Grace, because I actually thought Topher Grace played a good Eddie Brock, and just, maybe it was one of those things where the technology wasn't at in the right time frame in 2006 or 7, whenever the third Spider-Man came out, to make him really look like Venom. And it was just the way they used him.
Man.
Yeah. And so so for me, it's the Topher Grace Venom. It was the worst of all the villains they've cast so far.
All right. And going along with your question, who would you like to see? And it better not be what I'm thinking, or we're gonna have
I'm
words.
sure it's not gonna be Mysterio.
Fuck you. All right.
Yeah.
Well, there's my answer.
But that's who you were gonna pick. Oh.
Yeah. But my
Mysterio is who I'd like to see so far, even though I'm not crazy about Fishbowl Head on the screen.
Oh, that could look awesome. Like, think of the effects you can do with smoke going inside and out of the fishbowl.
I'm more ready for Mysterio than like anything like that they've given me thus far.
There you go. And we're gonna move on to you. Like, give me yours, and then I'll throw in my least favorite villain. What do you have, son?
I don't want to say the Topher Grace Venom because Hannibal said it. So like I'm torn because like what the fuck was the point of the new Goblin? Like they were just like Harry's a villain now too.
I'll challenge you on that because I actually enjoyed the new Goblin. When we start chopping up the movies, I'll get into it. But your point is valid. Your point is valid. And I'll throw in really quick. The villain I hated the most was Shocker. I hate how Shocker was handled because I really like Shocker.
Wait,
Shocker.
Like Shocker before he becomes Shocker, or like the guy who dies, or the guy who
both of them. They were both fucking pointless.
Congrats, you're the Shocker now.
Yes, they were both pointless. Like, I enjoy Shocker. Shocker's fun. Shocker, come on. But that's my least favorite.
I think the villain that I want to see the most. I mean, he has so many good ones. It's like it's Spider-Man and all of his amazing villains.
Actually, I want to change my vote because we haven't seen her yet. Black Cat. I would love to see a Spider-Man 3 with Black Cat. And I'm being very specific. I would love to see a Spider-Man 3 with Black Cat. Because you can't start Spider-Man with Black Cat.
Yeah, I actually like if we were talking about characters like we're just talking about other characters from the Spideyverse that I would like to see. It'd either be like Black Cat, Silver Sable, or Morbius.
Yeah.
Well, they're making that Morpheus movie.
Yeah, but they've been talking about that shit for years though, and I'm at a point now where I just don't believe it's going to happen.
Yeah,
like I've lost all faith that movie is coming out. You know what I'm saying? Now, if Sony, go ahead and just relinquishes the rights to the Spideyverse over to Marvel, then yeah, we're gonna for sure get that. You know what I'm saying? Because Marvel's gonna make movies out of everything. They're gonna make movies
in a live action sequence. And I feel like they could do it very well in the MCU, maybe a little bit later, who knows. I would want to see like the like big like monster Green Goblin.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Like some things you have to build to. Like they tried once with Venom and it was all wrong. If you want to do Venom in a movie, in a Spider-Man movie, I feel like you have to establish the origin for Venom in Spider-Man 1 when you do a reboot. Mm-hmm. And then in Spider-Man 3, you do Venom and Black Cat as your two villains. That's how that works. They're not second movie villains, they're third movie villains. Because Black Cat knows who the fuck Spider-Man is. Venom definitely knows and has been around for 3 movies. That's key.
Yeah. I got you.
Yeah,
I got you.
And they keep trying, and I think I'll save it for when we get there. So, I'm looking ahead when we start talking movies. What do you got next for us, Hannibal?
What happens when we get Tom Holland's third movie?
Yes.
Okay, so so you actually kind of like moved into it because the next question was going to be what character from the Spider-Man comics that hasn't made an appearance yet in the movies would you like to see? So you guys already kind of beat me to the punch.
Yeah. So there we go.
All right. So next one, let's rank. Okay, and then this is going to be interesting. I want to rank the Spider-Mans, the actors that play Spider-Man in order from best to worst, and I want to rank them separately. As we're gonna do a Peter Parker ranking system, who played the best Peter Parker and who played the best Spider-Man.
All right. Let me process this for a second.
Yeah.
Let's go Peter Parker first. Let's stay on that.
Okay.
That thing.
I think Tobey Maguire was the best Peter Parker.
Yeah, I agree. Toby.
I disagree.
I knew you would, and that's okay.
As long as you don't say Andrew Garfield, I'll be okay.
No,
with yours.
It's not Andrew Garfield. So Tom Holland. I think he's better than Topher Grace as Peter Parker.
Tobey Maguire.
Yeah. Tobey Maguire. Sorry,
you're getting your white guys twisted up. Toby.
Look. To quote Hillary. Listen. To quote Hillary Clinton, don't they all look the same?
Why you're not president. That's funny.
Oh shit, somebody said Scorpion in the chat. Yes, Herman Clark.
Technically, like in a way.
But yeah. So Tom Holland, I think is and the reason I say him is because when I see him, I see what Spider-Man's supposed to be. He actually looks like a kid that's in high school.
Yeah.
Tobey Maguire does not. Neither
None
does
of
Andrew
them look
Garfield.
like kids in high school. Do you not remember the scene when he was like, "Oh, I have spider senses now," and he breaks Flash's fist, and a 40-year-old man walks up to him in the middle of the hall and is like,
"Yeah," and that was my problem going through the movies, rewatching them, especially going back to Harry. I'm like, why is this high school kid pouring a fucking glass of whiskey for himself and drinking so much? Like, I don't remember those days in high school.
Well,
Dark times.
Those are for the kids that went to Noonan.
All right. There we go.
You know what I'm saying? So, I went to 35. We didn't do that shit.
Yeah, no. So, but yeah, that's my and I might have cut somebody off. I'm not sure.
Yeah. Let's see. So for me, it would go Toby is first, Tom Holland is second, then it would be a bunch of blank spots, and then Andrew Garfield. So
why do you have such a problem with Andrew Garfield? Like,
why was he so cool?
Is it just as Peter Parker?
I didn't like Andrew Garfield as Peter Parker.
Okay, all right.
Yeah.
Peter Parker in the Amazing Spider-Man series was cool. He had a hot girlfriend. He skateboarded. He listened to good music. He dressed like he was I'm one of the guys. He didn't walk around hello, I am Peter Parker.
That's actually one of my critiques. So all right, that's good. Let's move on.
That's one of the things I like about Spider-Man is that pre his powers, he was kind of a nerd. You know what I'm saying? That was just trying to make his way through. Andrew Garfield is not lame. Even before he had powers, he could still fuck Gwen Stacy. You know what I'm saying?
True. Yes.
It was but see, Topher Grace Tobey Maguire had no chance of fucking Kirsten Dunst. And that says a lot about Tobey Maguire, all right? His lack of ability. You know what I'm saying? So that's the why. You know what I'm saying? That's the only reason. So for me, it's Toby's the best Peter Parker, then Tom Holland, who I thoroughly enjoyed, and then Andrew Garfield. I think we should also make a note that Tom Holland and Andrew Garfield are not Americans, and they still play pretty good Americans.
All right, fair enough.
I will give Tom Holland in any rating on any of the scales, no matter what. I feel like he was the best blend of the two characters.
Yeah, I agree.
Peter Parker and Spider-Man.
Yeah,
I
all right.
I absolutely agree.
I can see that. He was basically the same guy in and out of the suit.
Right, and it worked.
It did work. It worked very well for him. But he doesn't get my favorite Spider-Man. So when we go to the second list, if we go to the second list, my number one favorite Spider-Man would be Andrew Garfield. He was awesome as Spider-Man.
Yeah.
He's my favorite Spider-Man.
Yeah, I think his tall, wiry frame makes for a more believable Spider-Man. You know what I'm saying?
And his quips were better. And that's writing. That's not him, but he delivered them better.
But he still has to deliver them. I think Tom Holland delivered the quips better, but ultimately I think Andrew Garfield in costume is my favorite of the three. So it will be, and for me, it's Andrew Garfield is one, Tom Holland.
See, but I didn't find Tom Holland as quippy. Tom Holland was just like, "Oh, I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. What's up? What's up, Sparky?"
Like as you see Tom Holland's Spider-Man get more comfortable with being Spider-Man around big villains, around bigger superheroes, not just Iron Man. We'll see what happens after the next Avengers, whatever.
Yeah, exactly.
He'll get more like, "Hey guys, like now I'm not such a fucking dork." Like,
oh, see, look, you got me off guard.
Language.
Yeah.
Like I died and went to somewhere else. I turned to dust in space. Like I've seen.
I wish we had like the Man with Children canned laughter to play for the Son of the Mongoose right now. That shit was hilarious.
Yes, that was pretty good.
Yeah, that was good stuff. Language. That's funny as shit. So all right. So I did mine. Where are you guys at in order of ranking the Spider-Man? Like
I told you, my first was Andrew Garfield, then Tom Holland, then Topher Grace. Topher Grace is bottom for me.
I would agree, but I would replace Topher Grace with Tobey Maguire.
Oh, see, and I keep calling him. Look, hey,
language.
Just because I get it wrong doesn't mean you get to call it out. You guys can't hear the sound effects, but for people watching do.
As long as what you say is in the script and it is not corrected by the red crayon, I will correct you.
Hey.
Language got some spice. I like it a lot. He's hitting you with that Louisiana hot sauce right there.
Oh, shit. All right. I'll take it.
Moving on. Let's see what we got now. Okay. Which Stan Lee cameo was the best Stan Lee cameo in the Spider-Man movies?
Easy. It was Homecoming. Hands down.
It was Homecoming?
Yep, for me. That cameo was so great because the story continues moving.
Yeah.
But we just focus on this dude that's just rocking out to his Beethoven or whatever he's listening to. But they're still fighting behind him. He's oblivious.
No, that's an Amazing Spider-Man, not
That's
Homecoming.
an amazing. All right, Amazing Spider-Man. That's the best. That one.
Honestly, yeah, they could have put any. It didn't even have to be the lizard. Just that it was happening. It was.
Yeah, I didn't notice what it was, but that's how good that one was. It blended in, and you go, "Oh shit, that's Stan Lee."
My favorite Stan Lee cameo can't be put into the Spider-Man movies. It's in Ant-Man and the Wasp.
But what's your favorite from the Spider-Man movies?
It's the one where he's fighting in the library. It's hilarious.
All right.
It's the fight now. Okay, so we all agree on that. I feel like for the most part we're all on the same page with a lot of this stuff. So I'm pretty good. Wait, what was the cameo for Ant-Man and the Wasp? Right, I can't remember.
They're like the scenes happen and they're driving down the street and like they're throwing stuff and it's growing and it's shrinking, but they fly past Stan Lee and he's going to unlock his car and it shrinks in front of him. And he goes like, "Well, the 60s was fun, but now I'm paying for it."
Oh, damn.
It's funny that I don't remember that. And that's hilarious. No,
that's Stan Lee's cocaine's a hell of a drug.
Yeah. I always thought my favorite Stan Lee cameo. Also, for everybody that's watching right now, feel free to chime in the discussion so we can talk about what you guys think. on the, as it pops up in the chat.
Yes.
Yeah, for me, the library scene was the best of all the Stan Lee cameos. And up until that point, I was a huge fan of the Stan Lee Age of Ultron cameo, where they're all at the party and they're talking and stuff, and then Thor is drinking like his Asgardian mead, and Stan Lee was like, "Oh yeah, let me get some of that." He's like, "Nah, man, this shit is like way stronger than anything you guys heard." And then the next scene cuts to him like stumbling off drunk because the shit was too strong.
I like the idea that he's like some grand overseer in the Marvel Cinematic Universe.
Yes.
Yeah. Like what I hope they do, you know what I'm saying, before Stan Lee dies, because he's like 99 years old, is they should just film like 100 random scenes of Stan Lee in the background just doing shit, and then just if he dies, just splice those shits into future films.
I agree with that, and they should get a really good scan of his face and make him the Watcher.
Yeah.
For future movies, because it will play in. It will make every cameo fit the entire
so
MCU because he's never interfered. He is only watched.
Yeah. Yeah.
He does interfere with Thor technically, though, like
Does
a
he?
whole bunch of times.
All right. Well, then, Stanley, you fucked it
Talks
up.
to Thor, and then he also cuts Thor's hair in Ragnarok.
All right. But was he asked to cut his hair?
He was like, Jeff Goldblum was like, all right. And then Stanley, he's like, I don't know how to use it.
Yeah, because, see, I define interfering as him taking it upon himself to go, I want to change this.
Yeah, we have to see how Thor's hair affects his ability to be a hero.
Yeah.
You
It's
know
like
what
a
I'm
cat with whiskers, like Thor just...
So, I've had many cats in my lifetime, and I've shaved lots of their whiskers, and they've never had any issue. They always were good. I mean, I don't know. They're all going.
It's like for spatial reasoning.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe they don't know. Maybe they don't squeeze into super tiny spaces anymore, Hannibal. Maybe kept those cats out of spaces they shouldn't have been in to begin with.
Maybe so.
The cats remain in worlds too big for their little minds.
All right. So the next question on this Hannibal Spider journey is Spider-Man's love interest. Put them in order from worst to best. Now,
okay.
And this
I got it right here. Worst to best.
Wait, hang on.
Mary Jane.
Wait. Son of the Mongoose, slow your roll.
This gets a little tricky because we're doing it based on the films, and you got to keep in mind that in some of these movies he had multiple love interests.
Yeah, because we had Gwen Stacy and Mary Jane in Spider-Man 3.
And there's Liz Allen.
Yeah.
So
shit.
It's tough. Maybe we should just pick best and worst.
Yeah, let's just pick best and worst. How about that?
Okay, let's do best and worst. Okay.
Let me and I still have to think on it.
Wait, hold on.
Could you imagine what would happen if we got Black Cat in like a Tom Holland and she's just like some like fine honey and she like walks up and Tom Holland's just like
We should you know what we should do? Let's do this. This is even better. We should do fuck, marry, kill. And you can pick any of the women.
This is fitting because
the
continue.
Spider-Man love interest, and then fuck, marry, kill.
This is fitting because Liz in Homecoming was playing fuck, marry, kill with the Avengers with her friends.
See that? See, I didn't even recognize that. That's awesome. See, that's how great Hannibal is. I don't even know. Hannibal doesn't even realize when Hannibal's being great. Hannibal
that was fucking brilliant. You should have just owned that shit.
All I'm gonna say is be very careful of these answers, keeping in mind that Liz Allen is in high school.
But look. All right, here. This is how we'll do it.
It's okay. She's a fictional character.
No, whatever the question is, it's you at that point in your life, age appropriate.
Officer, I swear she's fictional.
So you know what? It's not going to change my answers. So it's all good.
I don't know my answers yet. I have to think about it.
Look, I'm going to say let's see, fuck, marry, kill. So you fuck Spider-Man 3 Gwen Stacy, played by Bryce Dallas Howard. You marry Emma Stone Gwen Stacy from Amazing Spider-Man, and I kill Kirsten Dunst because she's Kirsten Dunst. I've been wanting her to die since Jumanji. So, you know
damn, Hannibal.
I wanted them to leave her in the board game. You know what I'm saying? But they found a way to take her
out. Look, going with that. Let's see. Wait. No, I agree with you on Emma Stone being this in the middle of the marry. Fuck, shit. No. My list has ended up being yours, but for different reasons.
Son of the Mongoose,
take it.
So, me, I'm a big fan of the redheads, but Kirsten Dunst didn't pull off MJ for me, so she's not going to be on my list, and I haven't gotten a Mary Jane that I like yet. So,
really, you didn't like any of the Mary Janes?
There wasn't one in Amazing Spider-Man.
True.
And then in Tom Holland's, she's like, it's like implied that she's Mary Jane.
Yeah. No.
That reveal at the end of the movie, I thought was just a dick move. That was a very Shyamalan-like reveal that she was MJ, and I was like I can say a lot of great things about Homecoming, but that one thing really grinded my gear. I could do a whole What's Eating Hannibal about that.
All right, you should.
But
Also, wait, hold on, son of the mongoose. I got to say this real fast, Monty. You are being watched, so be very careful with your I'm definitely gonna get posted too. Like when Shayla watches this show, she's gonna be like, "So, Bryce Dallas Howard, huh? That's how you feel?" She's never gonna let me watch Jurassic World again. I'm like, look, man, it's
put in the fucking corner tonight.
It's just for the show. It's just for the sake of the show.
Yes, it's the show. It's the show. Like she gets to see you without the mask, right?
Sometimes. She's on good behavior. I'm sorry, I shouldn't make that joke. It's gonna get me in all kinds of trouble.
It's all jokes around here. It's all jokes. We're just a couple of guys being dudes.
I'm gonna be so punished.
No, it's all good. It's all good.
Really?
Call me up. Let's joke about something. Like we'll do one of the conversations that made us make the show.
Yeah, Tish said, yeah, we'll talk about Marissa Tomei later.
Hey, Marissa Tomei is hot. She's been hot since a different world.
Funny. That is
Tish
funny.
has to deal with that shit.
That is funny as shit. All right. So which all right, so son of the mongoose, what's your fuck, marry, kill for the Spider-Man love interest?
It's just so tough. I think probably fuck Gwen Stacy from Spider-Man 3.
Language.
Marry Emma Stone.
Language.
Gwen Stacy.
Language.
And kill Liz Allen?
Language.
Liz Allen is dead. She's in the trash.
What's like the point of her? Like, get her out of here.
All right.
Yeah.
And then I don't even want to talk about Kirsten Dunst.
All right. Look, I'll give you mine. Mine.
My good side.
Fuck, marry, kill. Fuck Mary Jane. Kill Gwen Stacy.
Which Gwen Stacy?
Which Gwen Stacy?
Just Gwen Stacy in general. Because
any Gwen Stacy.
Yes.
Then
yes.
let's get her back from a different universe.
There you go. We get the fuck, marry, kill. Yeah, because we want Spider Gwen. So
yeah, we want Spider Gwen.
Gotcha. All right. That was a great segment to get through. All right. Next, we have what was or who was the best random cameo to make their appearance in the Spider-Man films. I thought long and hard about this because everything in me wants to either go Macho Man Randy Savage as Bonesaw or what's the guy from fucking Walking Evil Dead?
Bruce Campbell. That was gonna be mine. Yeah. That was gonna be mine.
But mine is going to be Hannibal Buress as the PE coach in Homecoming. Because like when it's not just him as the PE coach, but like his style. So first off, his name is Hannibal, so he's already cool as shit.
Yeah.
But beyond my narcissistic reasons for choosing him, when he's showing the Captain America PSA to the class, he's like, "Yeah, man, I got to show y'all this PSA. I mean, this dude's probably a war criminal right now, a terrorist, whatever." And he walks away. Like he shows as much interest and passion as every gym coach I've ever had in my life. You know what I'm saying? So, and shout out to Childish Gambino, but I had to give it to Hannibal Buress because that shit had me falling out laughing in the theater when I saw that shit.
See, I would have gone with Childish Gambino, but you kind of went to the side of my favorite cameo, which was the Captain America videos.
Captain America one.
Yes.
Yeah.
The Captain America videos are hilarious.
Yeah.
Mainly because if you sit through all of the credits on Homecoming, you get a Captain America video about patience.
Yeah.
He's like, sometimes it doesn't pay off.
Yes. It's like, this is what we waited for. Brilliant.
Yeah.
So, Captain America.
Yeah. That's funny.
So, what about you, Son of the Mongoose? Is it the same or something else?
I'm going to say I just love Bruce Campbell more than anything. So, it'll be...
There we go. We got 3 different answers there.
All right. So this is good.
I especially like it because he played a different person in both movies, or 2 of the 3 movies.
Yeah. He was in all 3 of them, though.
No, he was in all 3 of them.
Yes.
He had a different job in each one.
Yeah. And everybody was speculating that he was going to be Mysterio.
Yeah, he was supposed to be in the original script of the 3rd one, it was supposed to be Mysterio, but then the studio told Raimi, no, do Sandman.
Yeah.
And then he was like, all right, whatever. And then they were like, add Venom to it. And he was like, I don't want to. And they were like,
And see, I always thought the story was that he wanted to do Sandman, and then they made him do Venom.
I think fans made him do Venom. Like
there was storyboards done with the Mysterio shots and Spider-Man in them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, at this point, we might as well just roll right into the shit. So
wait, hold on. I got 2 more real fast before we go into it because I want to get these 2 real fast because I feel like it's gonna be great. Last 2, and we can actually roll them in together. The 6 Spider-Man movies. What was your favorite scene from the films, and what was the worst scene from the films? What was your favorite part of the films, and what was the worst part of the films? I'm gonna give you guys a second to think while I go ahead and rattle mine off. The worst scene for me, and I really, really want to give it to Paul Giamatti as Rhino at the end of what you call it. And that, look, the worst scene for me is in the very first Spider-Man film when the Green Goblin pops into Aunt May's apartment and she's praying, and then he pops into the window and she's like, our Father who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name, thy kingdom come, that will be done, on earth. Give us our daily bread, forgive us our trespasses. Lead us not into temptation, but deliver us. And he pops and he's like, finish it. And she's like, from evil. Like, it was such a campy, like, Channel 26 horror film, like, just throwaway, just awful, awful, awful scene. Like, you know what it came across to me as? Like an episode of Power Rangers, right? And then it was like Ivan Ooze pops into a wall or something and just like terror. It was just super cheesy. It is by far the me.
You didn't realize that whole movie was super cheesy, though. It was like, look at all the shots and angles. It was cheesy horror movie, but it was about a superhero.
Yeah. Are you in or are you out? You're the one who's out, Gabby, out of his mind.
Yeah, yes. And that's what, that was actually like when the first Spider-Man movie came out. That was like when the world was going crazy for it. I was like, I didn't love it like the world loved it, but I didn't hate it either. You know what I'm saying? So that scene was the worst scene for me.
I was a wee lad when that movie came out, so it was truly the coolest shit I had ever seen.
Yeah, I can see that. I can totally see it. You gotta realize, I saw it like I was a young adult man. You were a child then. So it's like there's certain things when you watch later on that don't hold up. Now the good thing is Spider-Man still holds up.
The first two are incredible. Like I can sit down and watch those any day. They're funny. They're easy to sit through. When I rewatched the third one, I couldn't even make it past the first 30 minutes.
Oh yeah, it's that's a great movie to put on to go to sleep to. If you want to put a movie on and just crash, you know what I'm saying? It's better than Ambien. It's better than warm fucking milk. Spider-Man 3. This is great. My favorite scene in all the Spider-Man movies, and there are a lot of great scenes in those films, but my favorite scene actually comes from Homecoming. It's the scene where Michael Keaton, aka the Vulture, is bringing Tom Holland and his girl and his daughter to the prom, and he realizes in the car that Peter is Spider-Man. And then he low-key threatens the shit out of him. And to Liz, it just looks like it's just a dad talking reckless to her, to his daughter's date. But what's actually happening is the bad guy of the movie is threatening the hero of the movie.
Yeah.
Man, I will not hesitate to fucking kill you.
I will kill you dead.
Everyone you love, they'll be dead too.
Yeah.
Yeah. That scene was just, it gave me chills. And this is how good that scene was. I've only seen that movie one time in theaters, right? And I remember that scene to my core. Yeah. That scene was fantastic.
That's because you're a dude who's met some girl's dad.
You want to know how many times I saw Homecoming in theaters?
How many times?
4 times.
Nice. I don't know if I don't know how many. I don't think I have any movies in my 4-time club. I got a bunch of movies I've seen 3 times. I saw Infinity War, Black Panther 3 times. I saw the original Lord of the Rings, Kill Bill 3 times. I got lots of movies I've seen 3 times, but I've never seen any movie 4 times.
Damn.
I just love Spider-Man more than anything. So when my friends were like, "Hey, have you seen Homecoming yet?" I was like, "Yeah," and they're like, "Oh man, I wanted to go see it." And I'll be like, "I'll go watch it again." Let's go.
All right.
So you guys, best scene in the Spider-Man movies, worst scene in the Spider-Man movies.
The worst scene is the black suit with the dancing.
Yeah, that's pretty awful.
I can't give that worst, but go.
That's terrible.
It is.
I think a close second for me is when anytime you see the Sandman trying to do anything and he has game graphics.
Yeah, that's that. Yeah.
Yes, the Nintendo GameCube engine works perfectly for sand. And then, but the best scene, The Amazing Spider-Man had so many good shots of Spider-Man just swinging around. The opening shot is phenomenal when he's just falling and and the second one, I love that. Yeah. The scene with the cranes, it's visually stunning.
Yeah.
So I think I can say just him swinging around and them emphasizing that in The Amazing Spider-Man. That's where I'll say Yes.
Yeah. As a matter of fact, for me, the action sequences, especially Spider-Man swinging around sequences in the Amazing Spider-Man movies, are the best parts of those films.
Them accenting that he has web shooters in the movies, and like he like really knows how to use them as like tools and not just, hey, I can swing around the city. Like it makes for awesome fights. They did it perfectly in the game, the new one. It's just like web shooters are where it's at to make good action.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So for me, it's from Amazing Spider-Man 2, anything with Jamie Foxx's Electro after they lock him in the Oscorp facility and they start experimenting on him, because every single time they go to him, I'm like, somebody shut him up. So just kill this character. Just kill him.
You know what?
Kill him there.
And in talking about the worst scenes, like the scene where they're fighting over the power station, and then he's shooting the electricity, and it starts playing Itsy Bitsy Spider on the towers. Like I remember thinking to myself that that was awful. And then I talked to somebody who told me that was the dopest shit ever. So that made it even more awful.
Yeah.
You know, it was just like, so you thought this was great, huh? Well, now it's even worse.
Yeah.
You ever just look at someone and know they're wrong before they even open their mouth?
But the thing is with that Electro is I blame Jamie Foxx. All he had to do was say, no, this is kind of lame. Like, can't we do something? Because I could have forgiven the look. And I think after watching it again recently, I think he could have been a good Electro if he got them away from Electro being a lame piece of shit.
He really did good with like in like the spectacular Spider-Man aspect.
Yeah.
The show, he kind of like acted like that Max Dillon.
Yeah, I didn't like it. I didn't like the, wow, look at me. Spider-Man doesn't love me. I'm tearing this fucking city apart, Spider-Man. What the fuck is wrong with you?
That was stupid as hell. But then I'll give him the credit in the sense of where it's due. Like, he did kind of like give me that spectacular Spider-Man where it's like, oh my God, like, look at me.
Yeah, that was my least favorite. My favorite scene is, I love the way Spider-Man 2 wrapped up with Doc Ock, Mary Jane, that whole, how it all came together with Ock, Mary Jane. That scene itself was like the golf ball in Seinfeld for me. If y'all remember that episode of Seinfeld.
I do not remember that episode of Seinfeld.
It's this episode where they spent the whole time, Kramer spends his time swimming, George is pretending to be not swimming, but golfing into the ocean. George is a marine biologist. I can't remember what Elaine and Jerry were doing, but they were all doing these things that in the end, George ended up having to save a whale to impress a woman. And when he saved the whale, he just reached into the blowhole and pulled out the golf ball that Kramer had shot into it. And it tied all the stories together. It was the most brilliant episode of Seinfeld ever, because it seemed like 4 different stories going on, and George brought it together by just holding up a golf ball.
I'm going to have to go back and rewatch that. That's amazing.
And that's how that scene felt to me. It felt like the entire story came together right there. And I don't know why they didn't stop at Spider-Man 2, because it was that good. I didn't realize that movie was that amazing until I rewatched it.
All right. And with that being said, that is a perfect segue into putting our movies in order from, let's do worst. Do y'all want to do best to worst or worst to best?
Let's do worst to best.
I was hoping somebody would want to do worst to best.
On 3. First,
yeah, on 3. Let's all say our...
Let's just all say them at the same time.
All right. Son of the Mongoose, count it down for us.
All right.
No, we can't do this for real. Are we really gonna do this?
We're gonna do this. We're gonna see, because I think
just say the worst.
Just the worst.
Just the worst.
On 3?
Yeah.
All right.
Count it down. Wait. On 3 or 1, 2, 3, go. Or 1, 2.
I'll say 1, 2, 3.
All right.
1, 2, 3. Spider-Man
3. There we go. See?
That was everything. That was life. That was wonderful. That was okay. You know what? That was a great idea. I think that was great. That was great. Shout out to the son of the mongoose. That actually was fucking brilliant. I don't know. Just that was amazing. Yeah.
That was well played. Great idea.
Yeah. That was so that movie is so bad. When I think of the 5 worst comic book films of all time, it's earned a place in that conversation, along with Batman and Robin, Catwoman, Jonah Hex, like X-Men 3 Last Stand, and Spider-Man 3 can potentially be in that conversation. I wouldn't put it in there. I would put Rise of the Silver Surfer in there, but it's right there.
Here's the thing. I think it's better than all those movies. I think Spider-Man 3 is better than all those movies.
Yeah, I'm not saying that it's as bad as those movies. I'm saying if somebody invited that to the conversation, I'm not gonna fight them.
Yeah, I think Spider-Man 3 dipped its toe into the waters of the worst comic book movie ever made and slipped and fell into the pool.
I think Spider-Man 3 is as much of a shit stain as when the Sandman gets the fucking water thing poured on him. They are fully big, just giant splatters of shit on the wall. And they're like, that's Spider-Man 3. And if you look closely, there's some black shit in there too. That's called Venom.
For God's sake,
he's not wrong. Language? He's the son of the mongoose. Is not wrong. He's telling it like it is.
He's not. And son of the mongoose, you should listen back to this because you guys can't hear the audio playing, but there's been sound effects.
I know he's just hitting you with a bunch of language bombs in there. I know that shit's hilarious. Like when we watch the rebroadcast, when we start clipping this shit out, it's gonna be hilarious. But yeah, I'm not saying it's the worst comic book movie of all time. I think that place is specifically reserved for either Catwoman or Batman and Robin.
I was gonna say Catwoman only because I love the scene where she like falls from the balcony or whatever, and all the little kitty cats run up to her and like start licking her, and she's like, "Oh man, now I'm Catwoman because some little licked my wounds."
Yeah, I just like and look,
greatest superhero origin story ever.
Yeah, look, I could talk shit about Catwoman for years. How they created a person who didn't exist to play Catwoman when they had all these different women be Catwoman throughout the comics. Or I could talk about Halle Berry doing a shit job as Catwoman, just like she did a shit job as Storm. Or I could talk about how her villain was the CEO of a makeup company. Like if there was anything more pandering to your female audience.
What do women like? Makeup.
But no, Batman and Robin, I think, is easily the worst comic book film of all time. Outside of the fact that it looks like a high budget episode of Power Rangers, outside of the fact that they made Bane an ancillary character, outside of the fact that they feature all of these high quality martial artists.
Stop staring at my nipples, Robin.
Right. Like outside of the bat nipples and the bat credit card, you know what I'm saying? And just all of that.
I forgot about the bat credit card.
The reason that movie is the worst comic book movie of all time, and I know we're not talking about Spider-Man. We got to get back to Spider-Man.
Yes.
The reason
we're running short on time, too. We gotta get there.
The reason Batman and Robin is the worst comic book film of all time is there's a drinking game that you can play where every time Arnold Schwarzenegger makes a joke about freeze or ice, you have to take a shot of liquor. It's the only movie that's so bad that if you played that game, you might die from alcohol poisoning. That's how bad the movie. It could kill you watching. Wow. That's how bad it is.
Yeah.
You want to know how to make a comic book movie and you don't even need comic books? Sky High. Look at that. We could have had the guy who wrote Sky High write a Batman movie, and he'd probably know.
That could be an episode in and of itself. Now I think we should go in order and run through our 5 through 1 and see what it is. Who's first on this?
Son of the Mongoose. You take.
Okay. So, like my least, so like the one above my least favorite.
Yes.
Okay. I want to say it's The Amazing Spider-Man 2. And then above that would be Amazing Spider-Man. And then I'll do Spider-Man, Homecoming, Spider-Man 2.
All right. What about you, Hannibal?
I think I have the exact same list. Although I think I might be. So for me, Spider-Man, the first Sam Raimi Spider-Man and the Amazing Spider-Man are kind of on par with each other, but they're not on par with each other. That's not fair. So it's like, because like they're very close, but I give a slight edge to the original Sam Raimi Spider-Man because there is a campiness, and that was the movie that really started the superhero wave. Like the X-Men movies came out before it, but the first X-Men movie came out before it, but it wasn't good. You know what I'm saying? The Spider-Man, the first Sam Raimi Spider-Man, was the first of the new generation of the pre-MCU new generation, early 2000s superhero films.
Yeah.
And that was the first good superhero film that we got. So my order, obviously, since we all said, Spider-Man 3 was the worst. Amazing Spider-Man is 5. And just real quick, with Amazing Spider-Man, when you have as many Oscar-winning and Oscar-nominated actors that you had in that film, with Jamie Foxx, Paul Giamatti, Emma Stone, Andrew Garfield, and the guy who played fucking Harry Osborn. I can't think of his name right now.
James Franco?
Who played Harry Osborn? Because like he got nominated for an Oscar for American Beauty. You know what I'm saying?
All
like
right.
They had a lot of great actors, and Dennis Leary's in the movie, even though he's a fucking ghost or apparition or fucking Obi-Wan Kenobi or something. Whatever.
Wait, I'm sorry, I got sidetracked. Which one are you talking about?
Amazing Spider-Man 2.
Amazing Spider-Man 2. It was like they had all these.
Dane DeHaan is Harry.
Thank you very much. Say it one more time.
It's like Dan or like Dane DeHaan.
Okay. Like so there was like all of these great actors in the movie. So for the movie to be bad means that you guys really had to write a shit script. You know what I'm saying? So I got to start there with it. You know what I'm saying? Then right above that would be the Amazing Spider-Man, the first Amazing Spider-Man. And I thought that I liked where they were trying to go with it, how they tried to follow that new batch of Spider-Man comics that what is the Ultra series?
Ultimate.
The Ultimate series. Ultimate. Right? I like what they were going for. So it wasn't necessarily like a swing and a miss. It just wasn't it wasn't great. It was almost good. It was almost really good.
But they didn't get the home run.
Exactly. You know what I'm saying? Like you got on base with it. It was just like the second one, it was just like, oh yeah, you did nothing with it. So then it would go the original Spider-Man movie, and then Homecoming, and then Spider-Man 2.
Wow.
Spider-Man 2 for me is the creme de la creme. It's actually been one of my favorite comic book movies since it came out. Especially
wait, hang on. Let's put a pin in that because we got to get through this list. I think we're all going to have the same conversation at the end of these lists. Yeah. So let me run through mine real quick, and then we're going to talk some Spider-Man 2. So I already gave the ending of mine away. Spoilers. So mine goes.
Can I talk about the game when we talk about Spider-Man 2? Because there's
if it ties in, we're running out of time. Like we got to wrap up soon, but let's go. Let me get through this. Mine number 5, Amazing Spider-Man 2. Number 4, Spider-Man featuring Nickelback and Sum 41. Number 3, Amazing Spider-Man. Number 2, Homecoming. And number 1, Spider-Man 2. Just like everybody else.
Yeah. I think we all had the same.
We have basically the same lists.
I think this has never happened where all three of us were all on the same page.
Yeah.
Before.
For most of the conversations.
Yeah. For like the vast majority of the conversation. Like I think we had like one or two like things that were slightly different, but by and large, I think we were all on the same page. Yeah, man. For me, Spider-Man 2, I mean, it's great. Like Dr. Octopus, like, and when they got to like the whole like the Gollum scene of him having the conversation with his tentacles, like, that could have been attacked very poorly. You know what I'm saying? And the way they attacked it was fantastic. Yeah. Alfred Molina is a fantastic actor, and it fucking worked. Like it was great. The scene with him robbing the bank, and then he's got Aunt May. You know what I'm saying? He's just like, that scene is fantastic. The scene with Spider-Man stopping the train, sacrificing himself, is a great scene. Like the scene of him trying to his identity has been revealed to Alfred Molina, and he's like, look, man, and like, look, you about to destroy the fucking city. I need you to help me not destroy the fucking city. And trying to pull him out of it. It's like, it's just a lot of really good acting in that movie. Like outside of the action scenes, it's just a well-acted movie. And I love Homecoming. I love what they're doing with Tom Holland. I love that they got rid of Uncle Ben and instead made Tony Stark a father figure. And even with all the other stuff that I didn't like about it, I like all of the little side jokes and puns that they made in Homecoming. So, I think like Homecoming is a great direction for them to take the franchise in. But Spider-Man 2, man, fucking Sam Raimi really knocked that shit out the park.
Yeah, Spider-Man 2 is fucking phenomenal. I can't say any more than you've already said. Like, you fucking nailed it.
All I can say is that Spider-Man 2 was very much accented for me after I played the game. Once I played through the new PS4 game, I was like, oh my God, Spider-Man 2 is a masterpiece. Like, the villain, some of because spoiler territory, Dr. Octopus is the villain, the main one.
Yeah, I figured that out when I started, so.
Yeah, and so.
Don't give any more spoilers or I'll kick you in the nuts.
He does like things with the talks. They literally do like try to replicate the train scene, and it's so like they don't do it like shot for shot or anything, but like he's in front of a train and it's going and he's got the webs and but they all snap and he just kind of like looks and he's like, yeah, that worked before.
Awesome.
And so they like talk about it. Calling back to the Spider-Man 2 game, when they had Black Cat in that, Black Cat's in the DLC for this, you can tell just like they were like, Spider-Man 2, we're eating that shit up and we're giving you like literally everything you want. And it is, and I love it.
Language. Yeah, that was fucking that. Yeah, the Spider-Man 2 is great. It's great. Like, and then one of these days, and like we're gonna do more of these comic book movie shows, and we'll take like just a bunch of stuff and just put it in order. And I definitely would love to have the Son of the Mongoose on here to be a part of more of these conversations.
Yes, absolutely.
I would love to be.
And actually, before we wrap up, if you guys get to your share things, we did get a voicemail from Scientist Mel. Before we wrap it up, it's 26 seconds long. I want to play it. Give her props since she.
Scientist Mel, I love you, darling.
Yes, because she called and left.
Thank you for sending us the Spider-Man thing. That was very cool.
Yes, it's awesome. So here we go. Voicemail from Scientist Mel.
Yo, Monty and Hannibal. This is Scientist Mel. I was just calling to tell you I'm sitting here watching the show right now. Thanks for the shout out, man. You guys are awesome, and I'm totally enjoying all of the stuff that you be throwing at us on episode 4. Maybe an episode about with great power comes great responsibility. Thumbs up, guys. You're doing great. This one has been a little love. Bye.
Awesome. Thank you, Scientist Mel. And also keep in mind, if any of you call during any of our live streams, we will play your voicemail at some point before the show ends. That's 262-686-7448. So, that being said, you guys, language, nice. So, I guess people have been hearing the language audio bite throughout the whole thing.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it was first time in little show / shit show history that we've been so in sync with a list.
Yeah, ever.
Yeah.
We never did that with your dad. Everything was always fucked up.
Yeah,
but
the mongoose.
Not always fucked up. I mean, we were never on the same page with the I can realize
I'm gonna clip that out, and I'm gonna fake news that to the mongoose. Be like, look what Hannibal's saying about you.
Oh, Lord have mercy. No, I can remember us doing.
I can't get Hannibal to stop.
Right. I mean, we did a show. It was the greatest villains of all time, and I want to say, what did he pick? He picked something that was like I called Balderdash on. Was it the shark from Jaws, or was it like the Nothing from the Never-Ending Story or something?
I picked the Nothing. That
yeah,
was
you
me.
picked the Nothing.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think what it was he picked. It might have just been zombies.
Yeah.
I think he might have just.
That's what it was. He picked zombies.
Yeah, and I was like, zombies is not a villain. You can't call like greatest villain. We're doing like the Joker and fucking Golden Cop from Star Trek, Chef Gordon Ramsay and Oprah and shit. He's like zombies. I'm like, no, you can't. Damn it. You know what I'm saying?
Look at this. You got Wilson Fisk, Daredevil, season 3.
Right.
And then you have that eats people like.
Yes. So, yeah, this was a good list show. But
yeah.
That
took a while to get to, but you know, we got
like we had a rough fucking start, but once we got going, we knocked that shit out of the park. So
yeah.
And now it's time for me to hit some trick or treating, or whatever the fuck I'm doing tonight. I don't know what it is. But
I'm going to play Mario Kart with my friends.
Well, you play some
and
Mario
I'm going
Kart.
to make some I'm going to scare some Uber passengers right now.
Yes. Well, with that being said, guys, Son of the Mongoose, you are welcome on the show anytime. Feel free to join.
Let me know the weeks, the topics, and I'll see if I can add.
Well, hey, at this point, you got to do the fucking work and watch our YouTube page and see what our topics are, and say, hey, I want to talk shit about that. You call us. We called you this time.
I in a way called you. Like I just like looked over your shoulder and I was like, hey, I would like to do that.
I was trying to make you look good, dude. Just take it. I didn't understand that, but okay. Okay. All right. All right. That being said, I'm going to close this out the way I traditionally do. Thank you, gentlemen, for being here. Thank you, chat room, for listening. And Son of the Mongoose, watch your fucking language. And also, let's close this shit out. Oh, god damn it. Hang on, I fucked it up. That's the wrong one, too.
This was a shit show.
Y'all finished or y'all done? I ain't got no more talking.